Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Mulligan. This morning, we're going to be working on the short A sound, like ah. The short A makes the ah sound. And remember, we've been putting together consonant, vowel, consonant letters to make words. And we are working on word families. We're going to review a little bit about word families in a minute, the at family, but we're going to move on to a new family, the an family, right there. If I know an, I know can. It means, the word can means you can do it. But there's another name for can in our story, and it's about a can, like a soup can. Okay? So read with me today. I can find, a pattern, or part in a word family, part in a word family. If I know an, I know man. So today, let's take a look at that word can for a minute. And when I hold up the word can, remember, in the middle is the vowel. You're going to hear me talk about those consonants and vowels. The first letter is the consonant. You see that middle is the vowel, and the last is the consonant. The first and last letter are consonants, and in the middle it's a vowel. That makes up a CVC word. So when you hear Ms. Mulligan talk about CVC words, it means consonant, vowel, consonant. Vowel is in the middle. Two consonants are at the beginning or end. Okay, or the first letter or the last letter. You're going to be hearing me use that language quite a bit. Okay, so our story today is, there's a couple in here. It's kind of like a series. One of them is called Can I? The other story in here is called, you can see it's a title by it's underlined, Can of Corn. Okay, that's a different type of can that I showed you right here. Sometimes words have multiple meanings. This is the kind of can that we can crack open and eat soup out of, or a can of corn. The other can in the first story is like, I can do it, which is really cool. The last story is called My Nan. Nan is referring to her grandma. So it's not capitalized in here because it's just kind of a short term for like a grandma, like Nana in a way. So let's go over our and family. Remember, we want to connect to the pattern first in literacy. And then we're going to make new words when we see our pattern first. We want to look for that pattern or that phoneme first, then get our mouth ready and try that part. Okay? So it's the and family. Try and. Everybody put your finger out with me as you're reading with me. We're going to look for our word family in our first word, in our second word, our third word, and our last word. Do you see an? An. I underlined it. Do you see an here? An. Can you find an in this word? Yes. An. Can you find an in this word? Right here. An. When we're looking at those words, we want to make sure we see our word family first. Okay? Kids, if you are here, you're seeing the whole word family, and I know that some of us are here, okay? We are all at different stages in reading, and Miss Mulligan's very familiar with that. Some of you are learning your letter sounds, so you might see k, an, n. To read that word, you're going to try k, an, n, can. But some of us are here. If I know an, I know can. That's what we're going to try today. So when I'm teaching, a lot of times I'm going to differentiate. I'm going to try to make you see it in multiple ways because everybody's at a different stage in learning. Today, when you're working with me, I want you to try that word family and. Let's try it. If I know an, I know can. If I know an, I know an, man. If I know an, I know an, nan. If I know an, I know an, ran. Now we're going to try to read it a little faster so you can hear the rhyme and rhythm. A lot of times that's really important because phonemic awareness is the beginning stage to bring you to this stage, phonics. So we're going to start here. Listen as I read and hear the ending and see if you hear it rhyme with rhythm. Can, man, nan, ran. You hear that rhyme and rhythm? An, can, an, man, an, nan, an, ran. That's rhyme and rhythm. Rhythm, can, man, nan, ran. A lot of times if we bring this up again, we can differentiate and maybe write poetry with these words. At the end of the line, you would have a word that rhymes, that last word would have can at the end. Then you might fit another word at the next sentence at the end, ran. So let's try to read our book. You're going to see can, man, nan, and ran in here. And remember the strategy. If I know an, I know can, man, nan, ran. Let's try reading together. At home, I want you to be reading out loud and pointing with me. So get your pointer finger up. It's the second finger right next to your thumb. Always point to the first letter. If I know an, I know can. And there you see it again and again. Let's read our title. Can I? Remember, question mark, your voice goes up and down. Read it again. Can I? Can I jump higher than a tree? Can I? Can I? Little tiny me. There's your Ann family. If you know Ann, you know. Say it out loud and shout it at home. Can. Very good. Let's read it. Yes. Remember to take a breath here. That means to stop for a second. Let's reread. Yes, I can jump higher than a tree. A tree can't jump. Tee-hee-hee. That means they're giggling. And that's an exclamation point, so you might want to say it a little louder. Let's try reading it together. Yes, I can jump higher than a tree. A tree can't jump. Tee-hee-hee. Let's try our next story. This one is the word can again, but it has a different meaning. Okay, it means a can, like a can of corn or a can of soup. So in your mind, you see my soup can. Now, what if we put corn in there? What would that can look like? You'd have kernels of corn on this picture. Ready? Let's read our title. Okay. Can of corn. Read it. Can of corn. I can find my Ann family. If I know Ann, I know can. Here we go. See this. If I forget, I can find my word family. Ann. If I know Ann, I know can. Reread. See this can of corn in my hands? Question mark. If I know Ann, I know Ann. Can. Go back. I can eat it. Yes, I can. That means I can do it in this sentence. Okay. Look at the picture first. But a can of corn doesn't taste very good. And a can of corn is as hard as wood. That's kind of cool. It's called a simile because it's got the word as in there. It says that the can is as hard as wood. Pretty hard right now, right? Sometimes when you don't cook the corn, the kernels are very hard. Let's go to our last story. We've got a new word here with an, and we've got another new word here. We have the same word family an, but we can create a new word by putting a new letter in there. And that letter name is M, and we're going to try the m. If I know an, I know man. Here's a new one too. If I know an, we're going to get a new letter here. Make that R sound. R, an, ran. Let's read it. A man ran. Oh boy. Now these are a pair of shoes because there's two of them that match. It's a pair. Okay. A pair of shoes. If I know an, I know ran. Very good. Let's reread. A pair of shoes ran down the street. Read it with me. A pair of shoes ran down the street. Who's that? We have a new an word. It's got the sound. If I know and I know man. A man ran too, but he had bare feet. Hey! I said it loudly because of that exclamation point. Hey, said the man. Come back to me. He's chasing the shoes. Oh my goodness. Do you think he'll catch them? Ooh, there's a speech bubble and the shoes are talking. They don't smell so good. Can you predict what that word is? Stuff. How do you think they smell? Stinky. Remember the Y can say I or E. Stinky. We. There's an. If I know an, I know k. And we can, said the shoes, when you wash your feet. Oh, these shoes want him to wash his feet. Read that again. We can, said the shoes, when you wash your feet. Kind of funny, isn't it? Last story today is the and family. If we create a new word, we're going to put a new letter in front of the and pattern. If I know n and I know an, I know nan. My nan. Let's try it. If I know an, I know n, and, nan. If I know an, I know k, and, can. My nan can make good cookies. Read it. My nan can make good cookies. You should be reading with me. Read with me. Get your finger out. Point to the first letter. Yum. My nan can make a cake. Oh, yes! Exclamation point. Say it loudly. There's an. If I know an, I know nan. My nan said I could make something. Read it. My nan said I could make something. I wonder what they're going to make. Oh, what did he make? Did he make a mess? Let's find out. So, look, I made a mess. Read it. So, look, I made a mess. Remember, when you see these exclamation points, that's the line with the dot, it means you say it excitingly, you say it louder. It's an exclamation point loudly. All right, let's go over our and family, our pattern. If I know and, I know k, and, can. If I know and, I know and, man. If I know and, I know and, nan. If I know and, I know and, ran. Boys and girls, remember, this is your strategy. Use it every time. It works. If I know and, I know blank. All right. I can, find, a pattern, or, part, in a word family, Have a good day, boys and girls. Bye-bye.